Do you feel it? Do you feel the intensity of the NFL? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? That everything in the NFL from here on out is going to change. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Denzel Watson Show. It is time to light 'em up. What is up, everybody? This is the Denzel Watson Show here on Spreaker. Hoping that everybody is having a good Tuesday night. Everybody, this is epic, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves an epic week in the NFL coming up, and I can't wait to share it with all of you. If you are avid NFL football that loves football, and if you don't, hey, stay tuned. Stay tuned. We got ourselves an epic week coming our way, and a lot of people will be. Everybody's gonna be looking to talk about this Sunday, about Week 12 that's coming up, and everybody will be looking to be. Man, I to be honest with you, I just can't wait. I can't wait for next week. I can't wait for it, and I'm just hoping that this week in the NFL could be much better than the last. So, gotta give you my picks. My good picks, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this week is either getting hot and cold, up, down, upside down, around and around. Man. And a lot of people are just, they just want you to just, and oh man. Let's get it going and bring you some of the week 11 or week 11 games. And some of these games were unbelievable. Some of these games were just make you want to sleep. Some of these are just wanting to get at. So week 11 was great. Week 11 was awesome. Now it's time to look ahead to week 12 of the NFL. I know the thing might have said week 12 will be better than week 11. I'll say that. I mean, most of the games were close. Some of those games were one-sided. And the one game that was particularly the game that was one-sided was the Monday night game two days ago. It was hard. It was hard to believe that. So let's get going by making some picks for week 12 here in the NFL. Let's get it going and let's show you what kind of picks we're going to have today. got you some picks for week 12. So that wait, I have to. Make whose team is going to be making a statement on week 12, and who's going to be that team that hardly anybody gives a damn about. To these picks right now. Man, alright. Before I do these picks, I'm gonna read some of the headlines. Rodgers bashes Cal's decision to fire Tedford. We all know that Aaron Rodgers, that he was the man in California when he was playing for the California Bears. But a lot of people, they remember that he didn't even get drafted out there until like second round or something. But other than that, we saw how Aaron Rodgers had been. So basically, he bashed them for that. So here it is, number 2. New York Post trash talks for Jets. If you haven't seen the New York Post, thing that they had, I don't care if you read the newspapers or not. I say the best ones of the newspaper in sports has to be the New York media, because they can make a lot of stuff happen and get you hyped for a game. I don't care if you even live in the Midwest or something. Most people would love to be in New York and read the New York Post, because most people don't even care about the news that's on the front page. The back page is simply the best sports in town. And I will leave a picture on Twitter, and I'll show you the picture of that tweet. Then you have Lamar Woodley warning Ray Rice. Have you ever seen this picture? It is Ray Rice, after that Sunday night game against Pittsburgh. Somebody took a picture of Ray Rice simply having a terrible towel in his hand and waving it. And the second picture is he had it on his head. Now we all seen that that in recent years, when it comes to the terrible towel, when you do it to the terrible towel, usually the year after, that team's chances of making it to the playoffs, or got to the playoffs, but fell short, goes down the drain. I mean, sure, the Ravens and Steelers, it is the rivalry. But when it happens to a rival known as the Baltimore Ravens, that towel is considered to be the most disastrous thing to do. Like, you do anything to that terrible towel, it's considered heinous. When a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers do it, you'll wave it around, generate some hype. But I did not realize that the terrible towel has some magic that give you good luck for the Steelers, bad luck for the other team. Because apparently, that's a good luck towel, if you can believe it. That is a good luck towel. Like, that's a title with legendary status when it comes to getting the other teams looking BS, you know? Oh, man. Some of these teams are going to be looking fresh, going to be looking great. So, gotta get it going. So, I'll be right back with your picks. You're listening to Week 12 in the NFL here on Spreaker Radio. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dancer Watson Show here on Spreaker Radio. As we last left off, we were talking about Week 11 in the NFL. Some of the games were close, some of the games were BS, and some of the games were even one-sided. So much so, they should have been on pay-per-view to get you your money back. So, it's time to get things going with these picks on this right now. And I'm sorry I've been talking too much and stuff, so let's get to the picks. Let's get things going. And want to do this, to want to get these picks in, get it out of the way, and just get these matchups underway. So, to be honest with you, we are going big, we are going strong, and to be honest with you, these matchups are going to be great. Once I read them off to you, the matchups are going to be deep, 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 deep. So, we will get to these picks. We will get to these picks and make sure that you are the one to get them. Ladies and gentlemen, we will get to you these picks. We will get you these picks, and we will absolutely get you these picks as soon as we can. Alright, here we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at these picks, and we will be looking at these picks as soon as we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we have we are in November, so let's get it going. So for week 12, we are gonna do this right. Bang bang. Alright, for week 12, the Detroit Lions are taking on the Houston Texans. The Texans look good as of late, going through the Chicago Bears, winning in a hard-fought game. The next, they just been steamrolling. So I'm giving the Houston Texans to win on that game. Moving on, the Jets are at home taking on the New England Patriots. Man, this game is pretty much a mismatch as far as in the history in the NFL. This game is a complete mismatch from top to bottom on both rosters. So on the Thursday, I'm telling you this right now, and this on Thanksgiving, so I'm giving point blank, I'm giving the New England Patriots the win on that game. And the Skins take on the Cowboys in a 4-15 start. And Dallas looked like the team they have something to prove as of late. So, but Washington been a tough year for them. So I'm giving Dallas the win. And then we got a full week ahead of us right here. We got a full week ahead of us. So that was on a Thursday. A full slate of Sunday games coming up. We have the Broncos taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs down year. Been tough. You know, but the Denver Broncos, they could look like the kind of team that could surge into the playoffs. So I'm taking the Broncos to win. The Seahawks are taking on the Seattle Seahawks are taking on the Miami Dolphins. Seattle, I mean, this was the team that got the game won in a touchdown in a game that's simply known as the Seattle Screwjob. And basically they came away with the win, even though that under replay clearly it was that the Packer defender had the ball entirely, but I don't know. It's been tough for me after that. So I'm taking Seattle in that one. The Falcons taking on the Buccaneers. The Falcons, even though they lost the game last week, they are still a good team. They're still a great team to beat. They're still a great team, and you should respect them. Tampa Bay, even though they won against Carolina, I'm not even giving them the pick to get this one. I'm taking Atlanta to win. Then you got the battle of the lousy teams. You have the Jacksonville Jags taking on the Tennessee Titans. Both these teams had tough years. Both of them do, really. And but Jacksonville, they really hang tight in that game against man, I'm sorry guys. It's just that Tampa Bay, I'm sorry, when they're at home, the alternate jerseys they wear is the retros. They even make the Pittsburgh Steelers throwbacks look good. But that's another way for another day. That's another story for another day, actually. So I'm giving Tennessee the win. Even though it's going to be a lousy game, I'm giving Tennessee the win. Ravens taking on the Chargers. Man, Baltimore, they're looking good as of late. They're going to be taken in. So, Baltimore. I'm taking the Ravens to win. Niners versus Saints. That's going to be a good game. I'm taking the 49ers to win that game. Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Steelers, Browns. Look, I'm not even going to front on this. Pittsburgh, after that loss to the Ravens, they'll get there. This is their bounce back game, usually. So, Pittsburgh's going to win that game. You got Buffalo you got the Colts taking on the Bills. I'm taking Colts on this one. Then you got the Chicago, then you have Yeah. Then you have a divisional game. The Vikings taking on the Bears at home. So I'm taking Bears. I'm taking Bears. But if Jay Cutler still has that concussion, I probably lean towards Minnesota. So on that one, I'm taking this. I'm taking the Bears. Yeah, I'm taking Bears. Okay. Uh, the Raiders taking on the Bengals. Cincinnati. I'm taking the Bengals to win. And I'm taking Cardinals taking on the Rams. My friend on Xbox Live uh loves the Cardinals. I ain't gonna say his name or his gamer tag though. I'm just saying that he likes the Cardinals. So I'm taking the Cardinals to win that game. Then we ended up on a Sunday night football game between the Green Bay Packers going into New York City to take on the Super Bowl champion Giants. That's going to be a battle of the heavyweights. So I'm taking that. I'm taking the New York Giants to win. And more importantly, the last game of Week 12. Packers, Eagles. Man, that's tough. That's a tough choice. But at the end of the day, I'm taking Carolina to win that game. Philadelphia's been in a tough stretch already. This has been a tough year for that team already. So I'm taking Philadelphia to win. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. That is my Week 12 picks broadcast here on Spreaker.com. And I'm sorry if I was taking too much time to talking too much or anything. I'm sorry about that. I was just basically BSing here, so forgive me for that. So thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys have a good night. So have fun, take it easy, take care, and more importantly, this is an uncut, unreal, uncensored Dancer Watson show. So follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, and more importantly, if you ever need somebody to talk to, uh, uh, hit me up on Xbox Live, and my gamer tag on there is Southsider54. Southsider is for the White Sox. 54 is Brian Urlacher's jersey number. Now you get the idea. So I'll see you guys in a little while, and as always, be cool, be safe, and bear down.